Hello everyone, this is Shankar here, and in this brief video we will understand some of the most basic things about why summer internships happen and what companies are really looking for, which can then help you to understand what you must really offer as a candidate to be successful. In that sense, it's an orientation guide, and it's based on over 200 summer internship interactions and interviews that I have done over the last 10 years. First and foremost, understand why does a company offer summer internships? Why do they need to come to, let us say, an institute, whether it's an engineering institute or a business school or a law institute? Why do they need to come and offer these internships? The first reason is brand building. Whether it's a startup or a large company, they need to continually invest in their brand. And for example, if it's a startup, then there is a need to build the brand about the company and also the products. If it's a large company, the brand is already built, but then they need to let the information go out about their newer business divisions and newer products. So summer internships are a great way to talk about what's happening in the company, because people will be in the company for, let's say, 2 or 3 months, and then they will share that with a whole host of other people. Second is talent spotting. Every organization is wanting to grow, and one of the core requirements for growth is talent. And therefore, the sooner an organization can attract talent or tap talent, the better chance they have for actually using that talent. So in that sense, it's a very important step which companies want to take on an ongoing basis, and they don't want to be late in getting the talent. The third reason would be very simple to understand, where they want to add the effort bandwidth for their existing managers. For example, managers have finite amount of time and a large number of projects that they want to take up and do. So the 2 or 3 months where a summer internship candidate is available, a manager can share some of his load with the candidate and actually complete the projects that have been on the shelf for a while. And so it's a very easy way to test a person's productivity and also the fitment in the organization. Fourth is a very important function of summer internships. It is to brainstorm on new initiatives. Because you are coming from an external perspective, you are not entrenched into the politics and constraints which people have formed about their units or their organization. You are in a position to offer new thoughts, and you are able to offer a different perspective, which is very valuable. So that's the summary of why companies want to do summer internships. The second thing then, which leads directly from the first slide, is what are companies then looking for? If you leave aside the specific details like which business function you're going to work in, with whom you will work, whether you will work in this city or that country, and how much they will pay for those 2 or 3 months, I think they're all smaller details. The real 3 things that companies are looking for are these. One, what I call as stem cells. Stem cells, as you know, in biology are those cells at the embryonic stage where they are all identical, but they can grow into different organs, and they are very versatile. So that's what companies are looking for. They're looking for people who are versatile, who can learn at least 2 or 3 different things within those summer internship months, and rapidly do that, not in a slow fashion, but rapidly learn the understanding and the processes of the company where you're going to step in. The second thing that they're really looking for is results. It's because in a commercial organization, everything is working with tangible outputs, deliverables, and results. And therefore, they are looking for you to rapidly learn something and then give an output, a tangible output. In fact, I would suggest that if you have been given with one project to complete in those 2 or 3 months, you aim in a way that you complete that project much earlier than the targeted date and try to do more outputs or more deliverables than what has been expected from you. That's a very good way of testing yourself if you're really up to it, and also to let the company know of what you can really achieve. And companies would really encourage you if they start seeing that you are producing outputs at regular intervals. So very important to produce output at regular intervals. And the third thing is very important, which is companies want to take low-risk people. They just cannot afford to take risk on a summer internship person, a person who will come and screw up a system, screw up a process, worst, screw up with a client, or also steal any of the intellectual property knowingly or unknowingly. So these are risks which companies take, and they are aware of these risks with summer internships, and you need to be aware of them as well. So each of these 3 points are very essential from a company's perspective, and they directly translate into what's really needed from your side. It's a one-to-one mapping between what the companies want and what you must project. You must project that you are a learner. Show through examples on how you can pick up different topics, how you can do it fast, how you have done it under crunch situations. The second is that you must show that you are action-oriented and that you do things. You are a doer. Don't just say that you are a learner or a doer. Show it through examples that you can learn fast, you can then apply it and produce output. Show that you are a performer, that you can deliver things on dates and timelines. Very important that the person who is recruiting you gets a feeling that yes, you are a person who can start contributing once you are taken on board in the company. And the third thing, which is a non-negotiable, very, very important, is that you must show through examples that you are a dependable person. And you can show this by having examples of how others have trusted you in their projects, how others have given you responsibilities. And this could be any situation. It could be in the outside the institute, in a workplace, in another setup. You could choose examples which you think are relevant, but it's very important that in your communication it comes out that you are a person who can be trusted. Okay, and that's very important. So these 3 points should come out through examples. You need to prepare in advance so that the 3 essential characteristics are definitely presented in a good way through examples. So easy way to remember is LDT. That's like the short of remembering the 3 core requirements that the employer would definitely look in the summer internships. So I hope this was helpful, and all the best and good luck.